Throughout the years, the spawn region on 2B2T has been in a constant state of change. It's no surprise that most new players are uninformed about how to prosper on this server, given the numerous lava casts, blown up terrain, and counter protection preventing new players from escaping. After speaking with a few players who have flourished on the server for years, I'll be telling you how to escape spawn on 2B2T and what to avoid. So, you just logged onto 2B2T for the first time. You have either spawned in a relatively peaceful area, or on the bedrock floor near a lot of withers and lava. What do you do? Well, press F3 on your keyboard and take your first screenshot. This will create memories of your first time at spawn, and if you continue to keep playing, you will most likely look back and see how far you've come. After this, die. Get a feeling for the spawn region. You will most likely die a couple of times during your journey, so getting a sense of the surrounding area can be a good way of mapping out your escape. Currently on 2B2T, a player can spawn in a maximum radius of 2,048 blocks from the coordinates 0, 0. The closer you respawn around the maximum radius, the better. Great job! You're in a relatively far away spot from 0, 0, but there's still a long way to go. You might consider entering a Nether portal, but this is a bad decision. Most of the time these portals are linked to 0, 0 Nether portal traps, and you'll most likely be stuck in a portal and killed by geared players. To avoid this, don't go into Nether portals until you're a couple of thousand blocks from spawn. The next step is to avoid taking any damage and find any form of highway. A highway is a series of blocks that span thousands of blocks. Single dirt pathways, diagonal highways, and enormous straight obsidian highways are all examples. The best course of action is to travel along the obsidian highways, which stretch for hundreds of thousands of blocks. One of your X or Z coordinates must be 0 to find this highway. The +X obsidian highway, for example, can be found at X1000 Z0. Once you come across a highway, make sure to walk instead of sprinting because your hunger bar will drop faster. You might come across some random loot or signs pointing to a farm along the route. Everything appears to be going smoothly until you notice a player with gear on the highway. When the geared player sees you, they start to approach you. What exactly do you do in this situation? Do you A. Run? B. Stand still? C. Log out? Or D. Fight back? If you chose B, that's the best choice. Players with gear near spawn are similar to predators. They have more food and transportation capabilities than you, and you are little more than an ant to them. They will almost certainly kill you if you run. They will most likely place lava around the site if you log out, and you will perish when you return. You most likely know what would happen if you fight back. The greatest way to survive is to remain still and friendly. They might even hand over some loot and walk away. Keep in mind that this will not always happen, and they will slay you regardless. Good job! You made it through your first confrontation with a geared player. You are, however, far from finished. You'll run into obstacles like lava and obsidian walls along the route. These were constructed to keep new players from escaping. If you're on a highway, you'll most likely be able to avoid it. However, if the highway is blocked, here are some options to get around it. If a lava wall stands in your way, look around the perimeter for prior player exits. There are usually tunnels that allow you to pass through the wall safely. If you come across a recently constructed obsidian wall, such as the present linked horizon wall, your best bet is to find holes, or find some vines and climb over it. For last case scenario, break the obsidian with your fist. Keep in mind that breaking one obsidian block with your fist takes roughly 4 minutes, and server lag can add to the time. Most of these walls will eventually degrade due to griefing by players. As a result, you shouldn't be concerned for the most part. Outstanding work! At this point, you've walked thousands of blocks. It's now time to locate a Nether portal. Nether portals can be located almost anywhere, although milestones are your best bet. If you're 10,000 blocks from spawn, for example, there will almost certainly be a milestone with signs and a Nether portal. Look for the Nether highway once you reach the Nether. The Nether highways run along the axis as well as diagonally. Nether travel is efficient since 1 block in the Nether is equivalent to 8 blocks in the overworld, allowing you to travel more quickly. The majority of these highways stretch all the way to the world border. However, since these highways are commonly used by geared players, you can go on nearby 2x1 tunnels in the same direction for further caution. While traveling the Nether highways, keep an eye out for goods that will help you, like food and chests. Off-axis Nether portals will most likely transport you to fewer or barely populated sections of the world, where you can collect materials like wood and wheat for bread. It's possible that certain portals will lead to farms or even bases. You're quite far out at the moment, but as you reach roughly 7,000 blocks in the Nether, animals may begin to appear in the overworld. Congratulations! You have escaped spawn and even constructed your own house and resources. But this is just the beginning. You could create a massive base, join a group, participate in spawn events, and pretty much anything you can think of. That's what makes 2B2T so captivating, and your story is entirely up to you.